President Trump is spending Monday honoring fallen service members and lashing out at critics. He's defending his decision to spend the weekend golfing. Caitlin Collins has more on how the president observed Memorial Day in our top story at 10.
On this Memorial Day, President Trump laid a wreath at Arlington National Cemetery to honor those who have sacrificed their lives and addressed coronavirus as he remembered fallen soldiers in a speech at Fort McHenry in Baltimore.
In recent months, our nation and the world have been engaged in a new form of battle against an invisible enemy.
Earlier today, President Trump threatened to move the Republican National Convention from North Carolina if the state's governor doesn't commit to allowing a full attendance. The convention has been planned for months and is scheduled for late August. But the coronavirus pandemic has threatened to upend both it and the Democratic National Convention the week before. On Twitter, Trump complained that North Carolina's Democratic Governor Roy Cooper is still in shutdown mood and unable to guarantee that by August we will be allowed to hold a full convention. Vice President Mike Pence said they may move it to a state that's further along in reopening.
We all want to be in Charlotte. We love North Carolina. But having a sense now is absolutely essential because of the immense preparations that are involved.
Last week, Governor Cooper told CNN it wasn't a political decision.
This is not political. This is not emotional. This is based on health experts.
Trump spent the weekend dedicated to fallen troops on Twitter, where he aired his grievances, posted insults, promoted a baseless murder claim, and amplified disparaging remarks. For his 80 million followers, the president retweeted his supporter John Stahl, who accused House Speaker Nancy Pelosi of drinking booze on the job, mocked former Georgia governor candidate Stacey Abrams by claiming she visited every buffet in the state, and referred to Joe Biden as a racist. The president also pushed a debunked theory that MSNBC anchor Joe Scarborough played a role in the death of a staffer in 2001 who hit her head and died. The woman's death was ruled an accident, and police never suspected foul play, though the president implied that he's under investigation. As the death toll from coronavirus nears 6 digits, Trump complained about the media's coverage of him playing golf twice at his club this weekend. Though he often criticized Barack Obama for golfing while in office, Trump said he was only exercising and accused the press of portraying it as a mortal sin. Though he once predicted the death toll in the U.S. would never come close to 100,000, Dr. Deborah Birx said the White House is still operating under the idea that it could range from there to 240,000 people. On Sunday, the U.S. added Brazil to the list of countries from which travel is banned because cases there have skyrocketed.